Okay, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Koholoim La Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakahakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well and that by the Spirit and taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say Tawada to all the H.I.M and Akhwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawach. I'm just coming at you with another quick lesson. I'm praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And, I was just kind of watching this video right here. And this is the judge. Of course, women, they shouldn't be usurping authority over the man anyway and be in these positions, because this particular case right here, now, it's interesting to see how she judged on this case. But now you go back, I'm just going to show you. I ain't going to play the video because it's kind of long. When you go back, right?
Thank you, Mr. Tate.
Let me see here. I want you to see the chick. And this is, this is how the place runs, man. And it's, let me just roll back just a little bit because I want to get
everywhere he goes.
This lady right here, right? She's the wife. Let me see if I can get to the dude.
You bought the ticket after the divorce was finalized.
Hold on,
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay. This is the guy, right? So the wife, the ex-wife rather, she wanted a divorce. She got a divorce. They was together 7 years. The dude basically was like, after he ran through his savings, she wanted a divorce. So, he went along through with it, you know what I'm saying? And just so happened he left his lawyer that following morning. They supposedly got divorced at 9. The divorce was at 9 a.m. right in the morning. It's all logged. He leaves his lawyer. He like, fuck it. He said he was going to buy him get him a 6-pack of beer. He's going to watch the game and just like, fuck it. Just so happened he bought a lottery ticket. Hit the fucking lottery for $40 million. She's got him in court right now, suing him for half of that money. She wants $20 million of it because she felt as if, she lied. She said that he bought the lottery ticket beforehand, but the guy was smart. He had the actual receipt of what time he was at the store. He was at the store, this is hours later, They got divorced at 9 o'clock a.m., 12:30 p.m. He made that stop. He grabbed that lottery ticket. It's a done deal. The divorce was final, right? So, it sounds made up, and it could be made up. But for me, looking at it, I think this is a real case. But the judge, now, she was basically like, she made the correct judgment when it came to that. But you should have seen the sob story that this lady was giving about why she should have got $20 million of the money. But so this guy, he was like, shit, I want to recoup on my lawyer fees and shit. So he was out $2,500. And this nigga woman basically told him nah, because basically he was trying to rub it in the lady's face. No, he's like, no, he wanted his money for what he had to go through dealing with that shit, and to have a log of it all. So she was like, nah, I'm not going to give you the $2,500 that you spent. You're being a little outrageous. You can just let that slide with all that money you just won. But no, hey, judgment is judgment. She wasted his time. She took him to court. And generally, you pay lawyer fees when your ass lose. Because she was expecting the bank. And I don't blame homeboy. Like, yeah, run me my $2,500. That may sound petty as hell. You know what I'm saying? Considering he won $40 million. But it is what it is. But that shows you the judgment and the corruption of this place. You got a woman in there. And she was really, she made her judgment because this was a fellow woman, basically. Because she was all like, well, I do feel sorry for you, but it's nothing I can do. Because it wasn't nothing she could do. Once she seen that lottery ticket was bought well after the divorce was final. Because if it was up to her, the way she was talking, she would have gave that lady some of this man's money. But she still should have ruled on a judgment and get that man his money. Why would you hold on to his money? Because any other case, she would have had to have paid those lawyer fees anyway. But this is the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? And the guy, you know, like I don't think it was a skit because the guy seemed sincere. I know there are actors out here though. All of them seem sincere. You know what I'm saying? Because if she about to boo-hoo and cry, but hey, it's just crazy work, man. Because hey, the Lord, you know, it's another for the Lord to make a poor man rich and a rich man poor. You know, roughly paraphrasing. And you got we've seen stories like this before, man. You got this is the women of this world. They didn't have any children. All they had was a dog together. And shit, homeboy, shit, he turned out all right. You ask me. That's you talking about a come up. You get rid of a bitch that wasn't even down for you to begin with, and then as soon as you leave the divorce, you hit a lick for 40 mil. You can't get around that, bro. But he was like he wanted his $2,500 that he had to spend, you know, to get his lawyer to oversee all this shit. But it was, you know, just a quick little reminder too, man. But they appear to be Edomites, but they may not be. They could be Israelites or whatever, you know, Moabites or Elamites or Ammonites. But just know that, hey, this American woman, boy, that's the reason why these dudes get these passports and they get the fuck on, man. And they go and find love elsewhere. Because he was basically explaining, he was like, well, shit, she never had to work. I took care of her. You know what I'm saying? She never had a job out of all the 7 years. He was like, shit, you know, he was like, you know, we're significantly, as you can see, Your Honor, she's younger than me, you know what I'm saying? You know, so, I was pretty impressed, you know what I'm saying, that she was feeling on me, you know what I'm saying? But he actually said he came to find out that shit, once his savings depleted, you know, once, you know, his little money, you know, she was like, shit, I want a divorce. It's time to boogie. That's just crazy, though. As soon as you get the divorce, you get a damn, and he said he just went in and just got an easy pick. She was trying to run down numbers and shit. She was like, look at the numbers. This was such and such day we went here, and this was such and such day we went there, and I think that he used numbers that was significant with our life, and this, I was looking like, this bitch is crazy. The judge was even kind of laughing at her at that point. But you know, just to show though, this is not a fair place, man. It's not a fair system. America is not a fair spot, man, with all that justice for all bullshit, you know? And this is the type of greed that's going on in this world. She's like, yeah, I'm not greedy. I'm just, you know, and like, nah, bitch, go ahead. So she lost the case, though, of course, but judge should have awarded that man his money back. It don't make no difference if he had 40 million or 100 million. If she took him to court for that shit and he had to come out of pocket for $10, I don't give a fuck what it was. She should have been given judgment to make that lady pay this man his money back. But again, you know, this is America. You know what I'm saying? If she could, though, I can see it, because the way that she was acting, the judge, she was like, she wanted to give this chick some of this man's money, but she couldn't. She couldn't do it because she seen him. She seen the date, and she seen that fucking timestamp on that fucking on the receipt, and there was nothing she could do. But if that guy didn't have that, oh, please, she would have most definitely had given this lady half of that money if he didn't have that receipt. And you got to really cover your ass here in the Americas, man, because this is one wicked ass place, man. You know, super wicked. What this dude doing, man? Get your ass out of the road, man. Fucking Jake. Anyway, though, I'm pretty much gonna end out there, man. You know, I'm about to make a quick little stop, and also too, the Lord hit me off. You know, he kind of held me up from a damn accident right in front of me. I'm looking like, ah, damn. You know, just it. The Lord had I not had to do just something real quick, I'm looking like, damn, and that shit happened. I'm sitting in my truck. Motherfucking them macked each other. So I'm like, yeah, back. Call on like Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakodash, man. That prayer comes in handy. I've just had prayed too. That's why you hear the scriptures, you know, the brothers always say, pray, man. Pray without ceasing. So I'm gonna end out there. Pray that the lesson was edifying. Kum Yasha Allah and a Baba Ball.